Here's the tag. Here comes the double team action, Corey. Stalking their opponent. Boom, what impact. Victor back from the ashes here. Here's the pin, title on the line. Axe handle finds the mark. And he breaks up the count.
Oh, the reversal by Connor. The switch here to Victor.
Wicked clothesline. Whoa, down he goes. That was impressive, Cole.
That's with the code breaker. But is it enough to put Victor away?
Shoulders down, championship on the line.
New champion.
3. They did it. Wow, what a match.
Say yeah.
We got our money's worth for that one. Take a look. He's getting it done here. He's getting after it here.
All day, all night. On my brows are the people who be ready to fight.
Check him out here. No doubt about it. He brought his A game, as you can see here.
Ain't ashamed that we get rid of looking for trouble. Our body's worse than a bar, cause we done browse on the boards till the day we dead. We got fists made of fire and a neck all red. We keep it dirty, keep it gritty, don't need your sick, don't need your city. Keep it dirty, keep it gritty. On my brows are the people, let them know that you're with me. Go hard, all day, all night.
Alright, so we saw the bank robbers attack the Revival. Now they grab microphones. Let's hear what they have to say after attacking the new Raw Tag Team Champions, the Revival. Dalton Roush is going to speak first. With us being known as the bank robbers, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that we only play by one set of rules. Our own. DJ Rage speaks. And with me being undefeated so far in my WWE career, and with us being undefeated as a tag team, it boggles our minds how the Revival are limping out of Raw tonight as the new Raw Tag Team Champions, when everyone knows it should be us walking out with those titles tonight. Dalton responds. That's okay for now, because we are bank robbers after all, and I think our next score will be the Raw Tag Team titles. And the location of that heist will be inside the ring at WrestleMania. DJ Rage responds. And that heist will take place under bank robber rules, which just so happens to be no rules. Elimination style. No tags, no countouts, no disqualifications, no referee or authority figures needed. Well, other than to make the match official, of course. Hello and welcome to episode number 67 of WITM Season 5, and as we just witnessed, we have another confirmed match for WrestleMania 35. We learned at the end of the last episode, if you stuck around all the way till the end, that DJ Rage had the best overall record among the 10 currently active WITM members that competed in 2018-2019, going an undefeated 4-0. That means that Dalton Roush, the creator of the DJ Rage character, got a WrestleMania match of his choosing for DJ Rage, and that is what he has chosen. The Revival defending their Raw Tag Team titles, their newly won Raw Tag Team titles, against the Bank Robbers at WrestleMania 35 under what we're going to call Bank Robber rules. Elimination Tag, Tornado Tag Team match. No disqualifications, no countouts. No referee even required. I'm not sure if one's going to show up or not, but no referee required. Should be a great match. Another match added to our already stacked WrestleMania weekend card, and we're not done yet, folks. But now we turn our attention to our first WITM member match of this episode, as we still don't know. We know that Corey is going to defend the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. The question is, against who? For now, he is going to be taking on Titus O'Neil on this go-home Raw before WrestleMania. Will Titus O'Neil step up and possibly put himself in the conversation to be Corey's opponent? Let's find out and get our first WITM match of the episode underway.
Remember, guys, the title is not on the line here tonight. I don't think that matters for the champ, Cole. Look at him. He looks more fired up than ever before.
This is the end to your evil line. And now you've pushed me to the edge. This is the rage in every tear I cry. A revolution lies inside. No longer will this hate divide. Now I'll stand. I will fight just to survive. I won't be denied. I'm a warrior inside.
Titus Worldwide!
And his opponent, from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 270 pounds, Titus O'Neil.
Hey, Byron, just think how successful your career might have been if you had once joined Titus Worldwide. Well, there was an offer on the table once.
$1 million moves, got $1 million swagger, and $8,000 shoes. Make it move, make it move,
And as an
make it $1
entrepreneur
million
myself,
move. Got
I
$1
was an
million
initial
way to get it.
investor
All we do
in
is pick
Titus
and choose.
Worldwide.
Made it move.
I have
We
gotten
can't
a
lose.
return
We
on
get money,
investment
ain't
like
we
you wouldn't
do
believe.
400, talking thousands, when it's
What an
free, that
incredible
all we do.
athlete this
Talking
man is.
diamonds, ain't we grinding, ain't we shining on them suckers, talking dollars, Trump and Donald, they keep climbing on them suckers. Ain't nobody, can't nobody out there.
This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
And man, I never get tired of watching these guys compete.
And he's a proud guy. That title may not be on the line here, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want to win this match.
Harsh impact. Boom, right in the button. What a punch. What a stomp. Good grief.
He looks a bit off his game here. At this point, it's all about how he responds and potentially rebounds.
This match is so evenly contested right now that it's almost impossible to pick a winner. I guess we'll just have to settle in and enjoy the action.
Oh, what a slam. That'll hinder your modeling career.
And it's Titus O'Neil with the reversal.
Lariat.
Going for broke.
Is he done? Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
Probably seeing double after that one.
Titus O'Neil looking stymied. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
He just has to make sure this doesn't get too out of hand for him. Sometimes, momentum has a way of permanently swinging one way. That's what he wants to avoid here.
If his opponent somehow wins this thing, you could likely go back to this moment as the turning point of the match. Ugh.
Lightning fast reflexes.
Beautiful technique. Oh, nasty impact.
Takes him down in a major big move coming. Wait for it.
Is he done? He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
Yeah, but his people are hoping he doesn't lose focus and stamina.
Titus O'Neil establishes dominance here, just manhandling his opponent.
Oh, threw him out like trash. He's in the driver's seat now.
And the fight must go on.
What a kick out.
If Titus O'Neil hits this one's over. Oh, Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil with the clash of the Titus.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
This guy just refuses to quit.
Wow, that's pure power, guys.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. He's looking at it. Titus O'Neil definitely starting to crack here. And at this
And there it is, boys.
Oh, man, the situation.
that should do it right there. 2. Can you believe this battle's not over yet?
He is not going to go down without a fight, Michael.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward victory. Fist drop!
Man.
Face crusher! He knows he's in trouble. Here he goes.
Boom! Can he finish him off here?
It's cinched in. He got him to tap out. Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
Yeah, he's putting in the work. Man, oh man, look at that. This is how he ended it.
Here is your winner, Corey.
And there's your winner.
I don't make the matches, but if I did, I'd put these two back in the ring ASAP. What an amazing match.
What a great match we just saw here on Raw. Thank you to everybody at home for choosing to spend part of your Monday night with us.
All right, so Titus gave Corey a bit more of a fight than he probably expected, but in the end, it would be the Dark Descent signature maneuver and the Power of the Cross, aka Crossface finishing maneuver that would lead Corey to a victory and more momentum heading into his Intercontinental title defense at WrestleMania. The question is, who will Corey face at WrestleMania? He went outside the ring to celebrate. He's going to get back into the ring and grab a microphone to address his situation. Let's hear what Corey has to say. Well, that's it. 6 days before WrestleMania. The final Raw before WrestleMania. And if I'm being honest, no one in the Intercontinental title division has shown that they are ready to do war with me at WrestleMania and try and take my Intercontinental title. Me? I'm ready to turn WrestleMania into my personal war zone, but I don't see any worthy challengers stepping up.
All power, he contains it. The man on his own, abandoned the throne of approach across stainless. Death couldn't shake him or derail. 3 nails could pierce but couldn't break him or make him appear taken away from his mere nature. Not while slumber is hovering over the block. I pray that my peers wake up. We were born out of alignment.
Gerald has made his way to the ring and he doesn't exactly look all too happy with Corey. Will his words match his emotions right now? Let's hear what Gerald has to say to the Intercontinental Champion Corey, who says there is no one in the Intercontinental title division that is stepping up. Corey, I may be old, but I'm not dumb. I told you last week that I'm ready for the challenge. Anytime, any place, anywhere. And yet you claim there is no one in this division ready to face you, and that division includes me. You're wrong, and I think I understand why. It's because WrestleMania is where some of your biggest failures have occurred, and you're afraid of losing that title to me and embarrassing yourself again. Alright, we don't usually see this side of Gerald, but Gerald calling Corey out. How will he respond? Gerald, these past 2 weeks I have been the only person in this company to have any faith in you. Everyone said you should have stayed on SmackDown, doing nothing but still collecting a paycheck. Or that maybe you should have gone to 205 Live and coasted off of Andrew, like people claim I used to do. But I chose you to be my tag team partner, and gave you an opportunity to shine right here on Raw. And this is how you thank me? Well, if that's what you want, then I am a man of my word, and I accept your challenge. But, let me tell you the truth. I'm not afraid of you beating me at WrestleMania, because I know that's not going to happen. What I am afraid of is what I'll have to do to you in order to retain the Intercontinental title. Because once that bell sounds, that ring will turn into a war zone, and you will no longer be my friend, or my mentor, or someone I respect. You will be nothing more than an enemy who is trying to take what belongs to me, and I will cut you down. Alright, so Gerald, it looks like after Corey said his cut you down bit, tried to speak a little bit more to Corey, but he wasn't having any of it. Gerald may be trying to clarify himself, but Corey walked away. He insisted on having the last word. We didn't see it, but after the scene we just saw, he raised the Intercontinental title while staring Gerald directly in the eyes as he walked backwards down the ramp. And it is official. A WITM member versus WITM member match. Corey versus Gerald for the Intercontinental title. That is going to be huge. We've had 2 more WrestleMania matches made on this edition of Raw. With that said, let's go into our Raw results and rankings update. Okay, here are your results from Monday Night Raw. We start things off with women's action as Natalya defeated Ronda Rousey. As we witness the end of the match and the aftermath of the Bank Robbers attacking the new tag team champions, the Revival defeated the Ascension to become the new Raw tag team champions and will face the Bank Robbers via DJ Rage using his WrestleMania match of his choosing under Bank Robber rules. Corey defeated Titus O'Neil, and we now know that Gerald will be his challenger for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. Gerald calling Corey out, as we just witnessed. Roman Reigns, for some reason, double booked on this edition of Raw. His first match was against No Way Jose, and he defeated him. Drew McIntyre defeated Elias. Dolph Ziggler defeated Seth Rollins. And Braun Strowman defeated Roman Reigns. I guess the game decided, well, No Way Jose wasn't enough of a challenge for Roman Reigns. Now he has to take on Braun Strowman in the main event, and Strowman picked up the victory. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. I went ahead and did the update off screen. The Boston Hug Connection are the Women's Tag Team Champions, and number 1 contenders are Naomi and Carmella. Number 2, Nia Jax and Tamina. Number 3, the Iconics. Number 4, the Riot Squad. In the Raw Women's Singles Division, the champion is Alexa Bliss. Number 1 contender, Dana Brooke. Number 2, Becky Lynch. Number 3, Natalya. Number 4, Ruby Riott. Number 5, Lacey Evans. Number 6, Charlotte Flair. Number 7, Ronda Rousey. And number 8, Mickie James. In the Raw Tag Team Division, the champions, the Raw Men's Tag Team Division, rather, the new champions are the Revival. Number 1 contenders, Lucha House Party. Number 2, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Number 3, Slater and Rhino. Number 4, the former champions, the Ascension. Number 5, the B Team. Number 6, the Bank Robbers, who will get the next opportunity at WrestleMania because DJ Rage had the best record among WITA members and gets a match of his choosing, which he chose on a Raw Tag title shot. Number 7 is Aleister Black and Ricochet. Number 8, Heavy Machinery. And number 9, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. In the Intercontinental Division, the champion is Corey. Number 1 contender, Finn Balor. Number 2, Apollo Crews. Number 3, Baron Corbin. Number 4, the man who will face Corey for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. If you're wondering why we're doing Corey versus Gerald and not Corey versus Finn Balor, well, here are a couple of reasons. Gerald, when he was on SmackDown, went 2 months without being booked. I honestly kind of let that get out of control and should have found some way for Gerald to get bookings. So that's kind of on me. And then also, once Gerald moved back to Raw, I should have made him eligible to compete on main event. I forgot and didn't, so that's on me. And then also, the Raw after WrestleMania, just 24 hours later, the Intercontinental title will be defended by either Corey or Gerald against whoever the number 1 contender is, which right now would be Finn Balor. So, the number 1 contender will eventually get their opportunity. It just won't be at WrestleMania. I figured everybody else is pretty much in title matches, and it would not be fair to just throw Gerald into the Battle Royal and be done with it when I've made all those mistakes when it comes to Gerald's character. So, Corey versus Gerald, a match that both Gerald and I have wanted for a long time, and it should be a great one. Anyway, on with the rest of the rankings update. Number 5 is Tyler Breeze. Number 6 is Elias. Number 7, Bobby Lashley. Number 8, EC3. Number 9, Jinder Mahal. Number 10, Titus O'Neil. Number 11, Dean Ambrose. And number 12, No Way Jose. The Universal Champion is Brock Lesnar. Number 1 contender, Drew McIntyre. Number 2, Braun Strowman. Number 3, Roman Reigns. Number 4, Seth Rollins. Now we move on to SmackDown Live. Aiot Master is the number 1 contender to Samoa Joe's U.S. title, but yet we have not seen him in action in the past couple weeks. Will Aiot Master compete on this SmackDown with an opportunity to lock himself in for a U.S. title shot at WrestleMania? Okay, Aiot Master does return to action with an opportunity to lock himself into a United States Championship match against Samoa Joe at WrestleMania. His opponent, the man he was originally scheduled to face one-on-one at our previous pay-per-view Fastlane before he was inserted into a fatal four-way for the United States Championship, Rey Mysterio. 2 very different styles here. Of course, the high-flying style of Rey Mysterio that we've become accustomed to throughout his legendary career, and Aiot Master, who uses power moves that try to do as much damage as possible and potentially injure his opponent. Will Aiot Master lock himself into a U.S. title opportunity at WrestleMania? Let's find out and get Aiot Master's return match with huge implications underway.
the biggest little man in WWE history.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Mysterio.
Arguably one of the most inspirational superstars we've ever seen accomplish everything.
And I'm willing to bet this will be one we won't soon forget.
Totally agree, Michael. When you have two superstars as hungry as these two competing in the ring, you can bet it'll be memorable.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
The collar and elbow tie-up in a battle for control here.
Nailed it.
Oh, what a brain buster.
Oh, nasty.
He's going for the pin. And kicking out is Rey Mysterio.
Too soon. Uh-oh.
Boom!
He's starting to stumble here. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
He just has to make sure this doesn't get too out of hand for him. Sometimes momentum has a way of permanently swinging one way. That's what he wants to avoid here. Right across the back of the neck.
Oh, what height. He's too quick for him there.
Bulldog.
He's not looking like himself here, but he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Cole. This is just a little
Cover here.
pin.
It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
So resourceful.
Drop kick.
Oh, right in the back.
Nope, reverses it.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Rey Mysterio looking for something big.
Ooh, what impact.
This is all but over.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Look at this.
Beautiful technique.
And an easy kick out.
Not yet.
Looks like he's starting to tire. He doesn't want to absorb much more punishment if he wants to win this match.
He's taking on some damage, but so is his opponent. This match can go either way at this point.
Here he goes.
Body on body. Wow. Can he finish the job? Absolutely devastating, Cole. This one's over.
Kicks out in time.
Gonna take more than that.
In a career filled with highlights, one of Rey Mysterio's shining moments, Byron, would have to be his victory in the 2006 Royal Rumble match.
I'd co-sign that statement for sure, Michael.
We've seen this before.
Ooh! Can he end it here?
Here it comes. He's got him. He's looking.
Oh, face first. He might just win this thing right here.
This could be it. Cover.
The thing about Mysterio's Royal Rumble match victory that you guys mentioned is not only did he come in at number 2, but he also had to last more than an hour just to be the last man standing.
And even more impressive is the list of superstars Mysterio eliminated, highlighted, of course, by Triple H and the man he eliminated last to win the whole thing.
He might have. There!
That was vicious.
Oh, it's over.
That'll leave a mark.
Running power slam.
Incredible.
Absolutely punishing. Oh boy, he is rolling.
We may be looking at a power bomb here.
That's exactly what it looks like to me, Cole.
Into the power bomb position now.
And that's not necessarily where you want to be at this point in the match.
Oh, my Lord.
Gotta look out for that right hook.
He's got him covered. And a near fall.
Wow.
He gets him with a reversal. Uh-oh, he's in trouble here.
Trust me, if you're a WWE superstar, this is not where you want to be.
No way.
Harsh impact.
He's making a statement here with this attack. I can't believe this one's still going on, especially after the beating that's been delivered tonight.
Oh, nasty impact. That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Chaos, melee, pandemonium.
Good night. What a stunner.
The intensity of this match has been incredible.
What a forearm.
He's in full control now. He's in control. What's he got in mind? Both these superstars appear to be operating on fumes here, guys. He's got the shoulders down. 1-0 somehow.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Talk about rocking the jaw.
Stump puller, leg snap.
That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
He looks for it once again. Frog splash! The cover. 1, 2, 3.
This singles match has come to an end. Wow.
Let's take another look at these guys getting after it.
This was another great moment. Look at him go. Man, this was great. And I always enjoy watching him perform.
Here is your winner, Mysterio.
There's no doubt about it. That's a big star win right there.
And they both gave it their all, but in the end, we were left with the best man standing.
And folks, if you're just joining us, I'm sorry to tell you that you just missed one of the most exciting SmackDown matches in recent memory.
Alright, so Aiot Master has just seen his hopes of a US title match at WrestleMania fade away. It looks like it's going to be probably the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal during the WrestleMania kickoff show for Aiot Master, where I expect he will likely be the favorite in the match, or at least one of them. But for now, let's see just how far Aiot Master will fall down the rankings, who will likely get the US title opportunity, and the rest of your SmackDown results and rankings update. Here are your SmackDown Live results for the Go Home SmackDown for WrestleMania. The Hardy Boys defeated Gallows and Anderson in non-title action. That is a non-title victory for the Hardy Boys over the SmackDown Tag Champs Gallows and Anderson. Rey Mysterio defeated Aiot Master to crush his hopes of getting a US title match at WrestleMania. Randy Orton defeated AJ Styles with no decision for R-Truth and Mustafa Ali in a fatal four-way match. In non-title action, the Women's Tag Team Champions Boston Hug Connection defeated the Real Life Women's Tag Team Champions, the Iconics. Andrade picked up a US title a non-title victory over the US champion Samoa Joe. Is that enough to propel him to the title match? And also non-title action, our WWE Champion Kevin Owens defeated the Real Life WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, accompanied by the rest of New Day. Now we move on to the rankings update, which will lock in some matches for the SmackDown brand on the WrestleMania card. The Boston Hug Connection, our Women's Tag Team Champions, number 1 contenders Naomi and Carmella, number 2 Nia Jax and Tamina, number 3 the Riot Squad, and number 4 the Iconics. In the SmackDown Women's Championship division, singles for women, the champion is Becky Lynch, number 1 contender Lacey Evans, number 2 Charlotte Flair, number 3 Asuka, number 4 Mandy Rose, number 5 Lana, number 6 Nikki Cross, number 7 Sonya Deville. In the SmackDown Men's Tag Team division, the champions are Gallows and Anderson, number 1 contenders the Hardy Boys, number 2 the New Day, number 3 Sanity, number 4 Rusev and Nakamura, number 5 the Usos, number 6 the Bar, number 7 Aleister Black and Ricochet, and number 8 the Colognes. In the U.S. title division, the champion is Samoa Joe, the number 1 contender, and his opponent at WrestleMania, the man who just defeated Aiot Master to secure this matchup, Rey Mysterio. Number 2 contender R-Truth. Number 3 Andrade. Aiot Master drops down 3 spots to number 4. He will enter the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal during the WrestleMania kickoff show. Number 5 is the mentor of Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan. In the WWE title division, the champion is Kevin Owens, number 1 contender Daniel Bryan, number 2 AJ Styles, number 3 the man who will face Kevin Owens for the WWE title at WrestleMania because he won the Royal Rumble, Randy Orton, number 4 Ali, and number 5 Kofi Kingston. Now we move on to 205 Live. It's time to find out, number 1, if Andrew is going to be cleared for WrestleMania, and number 2, if he is, we know that he's going to face Tozawa on the kickoff show, but Andrew also has a match of his choosing for having the best overall record among WIT members who competed the entire 2018-2019 Universe season. So how is that going to work out with Andrew already having a match booked Let's find out. And Andrew is going to tag with Cedric Alexander, take on 2/3 of Lucha House Party, Gran, Metalik, and Kalisto. And we'll probably have Lince Dorado come to the ring with the rest of Lucha House Party as well, an old rival of Andrew's. Before we get to that tag team matchup, let's hear what Triple H and Andrew have to say. They're both in the ring. Will Andrew be cleared? And what match will Andrew choose with his match that he gets for having the best overall record among WITM members who competed the entire year? Let's find out. Andrew, I'll get right down to business. I've just spoken to the WWE doctors, and once again, you have passed the PED test with flying colors. Congratulations, Andrew. You are going to kick off WrestleMania against Akira Tozawa with a Cruiserweight title on the line. Furthermore, you are no longer on probation, and beginning with WrestleMania, your partnership with Strava is officially back on, meaning Lance Armstrong is permitted to once again be your agent and advocate. Andrew responds to Triple H. Forgive me, Triple H, but I'm not exactly jumping for joy just yet. The fact that I even had to come to this, after everything I've done for 205 Live, for the WWE, and for you, is kind of infuriating, to say the least. As long as I wrestle in the WWE, I will always do the things the right way. You should know that by now. But one day, maybe sooner, maybe later, a time is going to come where I'm going to have to hang up my boots and call it a career. And when that time comes, I still have the rest of my life to live, and I need to ask myself what I need to do to be the best Andrew I can be, both physically and mentally. So yes, I did have a conversation with Lance about both the benefits and risks to going down the path he did with EPO after I retire from the WWE. But you have my word that as long as I am part of the WWE, I will never give myself an unfair advantage through PEDs. And now, there's another topic I want to address that's getting under my skin. The fact that after everything every single person 205 Live has done to make this Cruiserweight division great, that my match against Tozawa for the Cruiserweight title is on the kickoff show at WrestleMania, not on the main card. Andrew, I'll stop you right there. I do hear you, but please hear me out. Don't act like being on the kickoff show is a punishment, because it's not. The way I see it is, we have millions of passionate WWE fans around the world who have been waiting for months to have this WrestleMania experience that comes up in 5 days. What better way to reward their patience than by kicking things off with high-flying cruiserweight action featuring two of the best 205 Live has to offer? And besides, who said that's going to be the only 205 Live branded match on the card? You're Mr. Stamina, right? Because there's this kid backstage, a graduate of the WITM School of Wrestling, that has loads of potential. Quite frankly, I think the last time I saw this much potential in an upcoming WWE superstar was when I first saw a young Andrew Spudstrong in action. So, would you like to meet your opponent on the main card of WrestleMania 35? That is, if you're up to the challenge. Andrew responds, Now you're talking, Triple H. You do have me intrigued as to whether this prospect is really as good as you think he may be. So intrigued that if I come out of my match with Tozawa, still Cruiserweight Champion, and then lose to this mystery prospect on the main card, I will give him the next shot at my Cruiserweight title. So, to whoever's about to come through that curtain, come and get your opportunity to make a name for yourself.
And his opponent,
you guys, big-time singles matches coming up here.
And I can assure you these two superstars have been waiting all day to get their hands on each other.
Alright, we have just been introduced to Austin Rage, our newest WITM member and the newest member of the Cruiserweight division on 205 Live. That is the man that Andrew has chosen to use his guaranteed WrestleMania main card match on to help introduce us to a new WITM member. Austin Rage is a member of the Roush/Rage family that includes the Bank Robbers, Dalton, Roush, and DJ Rage, currently competing on Monday Night Raw. Of course, as you see, he's got a 100 overall. That is going to be nerfed a little bit before WrestleMania. But what we do know is that Austin Rage has a ton of potential. As Triple H mentioned, he's going to have an overall probably very similar to Andrew's. And I would not be surprised if we see these two battling for supremacy on 205 Live for quite some time. Austin Rage may be looking to grab that torch from Andrew as the face of 205 Live, refusing to shake his hand and show him respect during his first appearance inside of a WWE ring. And it should definitely be interesting to see these two face off at WrestleMania. And Andrew said if he is Cruiserweight Champion, if he defeats Akira Tozawa during the WrestleMania kickoff show, that match will be an opportunity for Austin Rage to become the official #1 contender to the Cruiserweight title. With that said, Andrew is in action tonight on this go-home edition of 205 Live, tagging with Cedric Alexander and accompanied by Bayley to take on Lucha House Party. Andrew's final match for a while in the plant-based athlete attire. At WrestleMania, Lance Armstrong will be in his corner. He will be wearing his orange and white Strava-sponsored attire. And Team Live Strong, Spud Strong will live strong, Spud Strong once again. But for now, let's get to the match at hand. Andrew and Cedric Alexander teaming up against Gran, Metalik, and Kalisto of Lucha House Party, accompanied by Lince Dorado, an old rival of Andrew's.
Lucha, 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 lucha.
All the way to the ring, accompanied by Dorado, at a combined weight of 343 pounds, Gran, Metalik, and Kalisto.
Here comes Gran Metalik, and you can bet this one will be exhilarating.
Every Gran Metalik match is exhilarating, Michael. You know that.
Lucha, 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 lucha.
heavyweight division.
And his partner from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Used to dream I'd have it all. Now it's mine, I won't let go. Now it's mine, I won't let go.
He's got hydraulics in his legs and dynamite in his fists. Cedric Alexander is fun to watch. Cedric's a true testament to hard work and chasing your dreams and never saying die. Cedric has a bright future here in WWE.
Cedric Alexander dropped 20 pounds just to be part of the Cruiserweight Classic, and he hasn't looked back since.
If you believe it, or you can achieve it. But once you got that fire, don't let it go.
Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
And whichever team wins this match here tonight can absolutely make an argument for being one of WWE's top teams.
You know, even though the title is not on the line, this is still an important match for the champ. He can't afford to show any weakness here.
Into the tie-up they go, but who's going to end up with the upper hand? You gotta believe this one's over.
There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos have formed, and over time they develop and bond and become an outstanding tag team combination. The team that immediately comes to mind is the powerhouse duo of Cesaro and Sheamus. After their thrilling best-of-7 series, I wouldn't think they'd develop into a top tag team.
Slam down hard.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined their incredible strength, the results were something that couldn't be ignored.
It was really unbelievable to witness the evolution of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. We saw them improve every week and conquer a variety of opponents. To see the Swiss Cyborg and Celtic Warrior go from unwilling partners to WWE Raw Tag Team Champions was truly impressive.
Bulldog! Delivered with force. Cedric Alexander really seems to thrive when it comes to tournaments. In 2016, he had a classic match against Kota Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic. 2 years later, a tournament got him in a championship match at WrestleMania.
Boom, what impact. You gotta believe this one's over. Working on the leg. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Byron mentioned Cedric winning his way to WrestleMania in 2018 via the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament. I'd argue that he had the toughest road to WrestleMania.
I'm not going to argue with you, Cole. I mean, he took on the Cruiserweight Classic runner-up, and then the guy that won the Cruiserweight Classic, and then Roderick Strong, and then Mustafa Ali, and then he finally won the Cruiserweight Championship. Nailed it. Beautiful technique. Oh, nasty impact. There's the tag. Double Irish whip. During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
What a slam.
Impactful. Will jar your spine. Oh, man.
Right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb,
Smooth trend.
just wearing down the opponent.
Nice. Shut it down.
Bodies are not supposed to bend that way. In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner lock up against another duo. Unless there's...
Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Oh, clothesline. What a harsh impact.
That should do it. Oh, man.
His shoulders are down. In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent or be defeated by an opponent.
In a tag match, when a superstar tags their partner, the person who tagged out has until the referee's count of 5 to exit the ring. For a tag to be considered legal, both of the superstars' feet have to be on the apron. The partner must be touching the tag rope in the corner. Both team members must touch, and the referee must see the tag be made. Severe damage being inflicted to the back. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Oof. Boom, Samoan driver. To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
And an easy kick out.
He's got some more fight in him, guys.
And that's the tag to Kalisto. Oh, working on the arm.
These competitors are walking on dangerous ground right now.
He's looking at it. Is he done? No, he lets him out.
Yeah, I think he knew he wasn't going to get the submission there.
Some costly miscues from Kalisto here.
Could be a game changer.
This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
It looks to me like his partner's itching to get in there. And now might be a good time to give him what he wants.
Well, he had to expect to take some punishment here, right? I mean, it'd be crazy for him to think he was going to walk away from this match completely unscathed. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
What's he doing? He wants no part of the outside.
Whoa, Alexander dodged that one barely. Drop kick with precision.
When this guy's on, look out. Guys, the king, he's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Cedric Alexander looking to take control.
Lumbar check.
Is that it? Is it over?
Man, almost broken in half there.
Into the quick cover. I can't believe it. He just kicked out.
That's too early for that.
It's true what you said, Michael, about Kalisto reaching his goals. The sky's the limit for him. And that's funny because you'll often find...
Alexander's looking to end it. Ooh! Can he finish the job? But now, can Cedric capitalize?
Oh, he's such a tough target. Looking like Kalisto might be done for. Unless this thing turns around here, this tag team match is all but over.
Yeah, the high-flying Kalisto is looking grounded tonight.
What's this? Oh, man, what a driver. Got to get back in the ring.
We might just have a count out on our hands, Cole.
He wants no part of the outside. Almost there. Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Clothesline.
Off with their head.
Lariat. Uh-oh. Setting him up.
Uh-oh.
Neckbreaker.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Rolling, specifically targeting the leg.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Hopefully Metalik can recover.
Nobody controls the pace of a match. Wow, he got out of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in. I think this is the beginning of the end.
Drop kick.
It hits the mark.
But he's got to capitalize now.
He might have it. The shoulders are down.
Now that's an impressive tag team victory.
That match deserves another look, folks.
He ain't messing around. He's getting it done here. Check this out. And this is how he ends.
Here are your winners, Andrew and Cedric Alexander.
What an amazing match and a huge victory. Nicely done. Tag team beware. These two guys are legit. Whether you're just tuning in, this is just one of the greatest tag team matches I've seen in years.
Alright, a good back and forth tag team match to get Andrew even more momentum heading into now 2 WrestleMania matches. One on the kickoff show where the Cruiserweight title will be on the line against an old friend of Andrew's, Akira Tozawa, and a new rival of Andrew will be Andrew's opponent at WrestleMania, WITM's newest member, currently number 12, Austin Rage. A man that Triple H said has just as much potential as Andrew did coming into the company. With that said, let's do our results and rankings update for the Go Home 205 Live before WrestleMania. Okay, here are your results from NXT UK. Oh, wrong match. There we go. To open things off, Millie McKenzie defeated Charlie Morgan. In non-title action, the NXT UK Women's Champion Rhea Ripley was defeated by Shia Brookside. Also non-title action, the tag team of Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan defeated Gallus, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang, the UK Tag Team Champions. More men's tag team action as Mustache Mountain defeated the Grizzled Young Veterans James Drake and Zach Gibson. And once again, non-title action, Danny Burch defeated Pete Dunne, the United Kingdom Champion. And how does that affect the rankings on NXT UK? Let's find out. The NXT UK Women's Champion is Rhea Ripley. Number 1 contender, Kaylee Ray. Number 2, Shia Brookside, who has skyrocketed up the rankings. She was at the bottom for weeks. Now she's number 2 contender. Number 3, Millie McKenzie. Number 4, Charlie Morgan. Number 5, Isla Dawn. Number 6, Killer Kelly. Number 7, Jenny. Number 8, Jazzy Gabert. Number 9, Nina Samuels. Number 10, Toni Storm. In the NXT UK Tag Team Division, the champions are Gallus. Number 1 contenders, Williams and Jordan. Number 2, Mustache Mountain. And number 3, Grizzled. Now we move on to the United Kingdom Championship Division. The champion is Pete Dunne. Number 1 contender, Danny Burch. Number 2, Travis Banks. Number 3, Ashton Smith. Number 4, Ligero. Number 5, Mike Hitchman. Number 6, Eddie Dennis. Number 7, Joe Coffey. Number 8, Dave Mastiff. Number 9, WITM's Jack. Number 10, Walter. Number 11, Flash Morgan Webster. Number 12, Sam Gradwell. Number 13, Joseph Connors. Number 14, Saxon Huxley. Number 15, Jordan Devlin. Now we move on to NXT. Will we see either the Blade Runners or the Degenerates in action before a huge NXT TakeOver Brooklyn? Or, sorry, NXT TakeOver New York. They're calling it this time. And we will not see either of the Blade Runners or Degenerates in action, but we are going to hear from Captain Casey he's going to be taking on Ricochet for the NXT title. So we're going to hear a promo segment between them. Ricochet speaks. If you didn't know already, I am Ricochet, the one and only, and the one and only man who could call himself the NXT champion. And in just 3 days at NXT TakeOver New York, I will defend my NXT championship against a man called Captain Casey. Now, what do we know about Captain Casey? Well, so far, not a whole lot. Up until now, he's hid behind a mask his entire career. And we know that he used to be a demon. He hung out with a few degenerates. Every once in a while, he shows up on Raw and hangs out with a few bank robbers. And, well, that's really about all we know about him. Now, he calls himself a Blade Runner, and he's the number one contender to the NXT Championship. I don't know about you, NXT Universe, but I want to know a little bit about this man that I'm challenging at NXT TakeOver New York with my title on the line. So let's bring him out. Captain Casey.
And bleed just to stay alive, yeah. The zombies come out at night. They'll never catch me. They'll never catch me. Light it up, now I'm burning. Feel the rush of adrenaline. We are young, we are strong, we will rise. 'Cause I'm back from the dead tonight. To the floor, hit the red.
Captain Casey responds, all you need to know is that I am Captain Casey, the next NXT champion. Alright, Captain Casey keeping it sweet and simple. Ricochet and Captain Casey have some words away from the microphone in the ring, and that sets the stage for the NXT Championship match between the NXT Champion Ricochet and Captain Casey at TakeOver New York. Definitely should be a great match to look forward to. Is Captain Casey going to claim his first singles gold and get both him and his tag team partner Jack on the fast track to the main roster? We'll have to wait and see in just 3 universe days. But for now, we'll get to our results as well as our build up for the Degenerates versus the War Raiders, or as they're now known in real life, the Viking Experience. What were they thinking with that name? Anyways, on to the results. Okay, here are your results and rankings update. In non-title action, the NXT North American Champion Adam Cole defeated Cassius Ohno. Kona Reese defeated Shane Thorne. Shayna Baszler defeated Bianca Belair. Mia Yim defeated Aaliyah. And in the main event, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, defeated the Forgotten Sons. However, the highlight was what happened prior to this match. Let's take a look. Okay, so the Degenerates making a statement prior to TakeOver New York, where they will face the War Raiders for the NXT Tag Team Championships, bringing the fight, bringing the war to the War Raiders during their entrance, who still somehow went on to defeat the Forgotten Sons. Now we move on to our rankings update. Remember, Aaron Danger could possibly have a singles opportunity as well on top of that tag title opportunity if the rankings shake out the way he needs them to. Let's see if they do, as well as the rest of the rankings update. The NXT Women's Champion is Kairi Sane, number 1 contender Shayna Baszler, number 2 Mia Yim, number 3 Deonna Purrazzo, number 4 Rose, number 5 Candice LeRae, number 6 Vanessa Bourne, number 7 Aaliyah, number 8 Bianca Belair, number 9 Tana Conti, and number 10 Io Shirai. In the NXT Tag Team Division, the champions are War Raiders, number 1 Birch and Lorcan, number 2 Forgotten Sons, number 3 the Street Profits, number 4 the Undisputed Era, but it's a team not officially in this division, the Degenerates, that will face the War Raiders at TakeOver New York for NXT Tag Titles, since they won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The NXT North American Champion is Adam Cole, baby, the #1 contender, and his opponent at NXT TakeOver New York, becoming the first WITM member to pull double duty on a pay-per-view and compete in 2 title matches since Dalton Roush at Fastlane 2018, when he competed in 2 matches representing the Shield to replace an injured Dean Ambrose, is Aaron Danger of the Degenerates. Not only will he tag with Zims to take on the War Raiders, he will take on Adam Cole with revenge on his mind. The very night that Aaron Danger debuted, he made it all the way to the finals of the Worlds Collide tournament with a future title opportunity for any title he wished on the line. The man who defeated him in the final, Adam Cole, the title he went after, the North American title, which he currently has. Also, Aaron Danger faced Aiot Master for the North American title that night and lost. And between those 2 matches that spoiled the night of his debut, Aaron Danger's had his eyes on the North American title and revenge ever since. And he will challenge Adam Cole for the NXT North American title. We didn't have much time to build it up other than what I just said, but a lot of good backstory behind this match regardless, and a 3rd match added to our NXT TakeOver New York card and a stacked WrestleMania weekend. And in the NXT title division, the champion is Ricochet. #1 contender Zims. #2 Velveteen Dream. #3 his opponent who won a fatal 5-way #1 contenders match to earn the opportunity, Captain Casey. And #4 Johnny Gargano. Now we move on to our final show before WrestleMania weekend. Main event, and I believe we currently have the Bank Robbers eligible to compete on there when DJ Rage already cashed in his guaranteed WrestleMania match to get a tag title shot. And I believe they are in the top 5 now anyway, so we'll take them off of main event. And let me double check real quick, make sure Gerald, who's also in the top 5, isn't competing on main event. He is. So I guess it's a good thing I double check before we sim. There we go, now we can move on to main event. And let me just go back and make a save real quick because I'll need to replace main event with NXT TakeOver New York on another save. Just a backup file I was using to test out WrestleMania. There we go. And since we don't have any WITA members on the card, we will sim, and I'll be back in a moment with your results and rankings update. Alright, here are your results for the Raw Minor Show main event. Tyler Breeze defeated No Way Jose. Heath Slater and Rhino defeated The Revival. EC3 defeated Titus O'Neil. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. Wrong section. There we go. In the women's tag team division, the champions are Boston Hug Connection. #1 contenders Naomi and Carmella. #2 Nia Jax and Tamina. #3 the Riot Squad. #4 the Iconics. The Raw Women's Champions Alexa Bliss. #1 contender Dana Brooke. #2 Becky Lynch. #3 Natalya. #4 Ruby Riott. #5 Lacey Evans. #6 Charlotte Flair. #7 Ronda Rousey. And #8 Mickie James. In the Raw Men's Tag Division, the champions are The Revival. #1 contenders Slater and Rhino. #2 Lucha House Party. #3 Rude and Gable. #4 The Ascension. #5 the B Team. Number 6, and the team that will face the Revival for the Raw Tag titles at WrestleMania via DJ Rage, having the best overall record among all WIT members, the Bank Robbers. Number 7, Aleister Black and Ricochet. Number 8, Heavy Machinery. And number 9, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. And the Intercontinental Division, the champion is Corey. Number 1, contender Finn Balor. Number 2, Apollo Crews. Number 3, Baron Corbin. Number 4, Tyler Breeze. Number 5, and Corey's opponent at WrestleMania, Gerald. Number 6, Elias. Number 7, EC3. Number 8, Bobby Lashley. Number 9, Jinder Mahal. Number 10, Dean Ambrose. Number 11, Titus O'Neil. Number 12, No Way Jose. And finally, in the Universal Title Division, the champion is Brock Lesnar. Number 1, contender Drew McIntyre. Number 2, Roman Reigns. Number 3, Braun Strowman. And number 4, Seth Rollins. And ladies and gentlemen, what is next is what we have all been waiting for, and even had to wait a couple of weeks longer than anticipated due to my room needing repainted and refloored. WrestleMania weekend. We have, I believe, 8 matches altogether. It starts with NXT TakeOver New York, where we will have the following matches. Aaron Danger versus Adam Cole for the NXT North American title. Adam Cole comes in as the defending champion. The War Raiders defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, the Degenerates, Zims and Aaron Danger. And what will likely be the main event of NXT TakeOver New York, Ricochet defends the NXT Championship that he has held for quite some time against Captain Casey of the Blade Runners. Then it's the WrestleMania kickoff show, where Andrew will defend the Cruiserweight title against Akira Tozawa. We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which Aiot Master will be a part of. And then on the main card, the Bank Robbers will get an opportunity against the new Raw Tag Team Champions, the Revival, under Bank Robber rules, meaning eliminations, tornado tag, no disqualifications. Then we have 2 huge WIT member versus WIT member matches, where Corey will defend the Intercontinental title against Gerald. And then we will have a debut on the grandest stage of them all, as Andrew Spudstrong will take on Austin Rage in non-title action. That match will become a number 1 contendership opportunity for Austin Rage if Andrew comes out of the kickoff show still Cruiserweight champion. So I believe altogether that is 7 huge matches over WrestleMania weekend. 3 on NXT TakeOver New York, 2 on the WrestleMania kickoff show, and 2 on the WrestleMania, or rather 3 on the WrestleMania main card, so actually making 8 matches altogether. But for now, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action. Check out links in the description. The first is the WITM website, where you can find out how to become a WITM member with pretty perfect timing right after WrestleMania and around the time they do the Superstar Shakeup, and right when the 2019-2020 Universe year will begin. We also have a couple of WITM members who stream on Twitch. The first is Dying Big Fish 2, known to WITM fans as Dalton Roush, and the creator of DJ Rage. He streams WW2K19, The Division 2, as well as some other games like Friday the 13th the game, and then Lord Falcon Claw 8018, known to WITM fans as Aaron, the creator of the Blade Runners and the Degenerates, streams his WW2K19 universe on Twitch under Lord Falcon Claw 4018. So go follow both of them, pop in their streams, and support a couple of WITM members. And when you hear from me again, it will be for NXT TakeOver New York, the beginning of our WrestleMania weekend. You're going to see the final standings for the 2018-2019 Universe year for WIT members. The winners have already clinched their spots, but you'll still be interesting to see the final standings. And until WrestleMania weekend begins, this is Corey with WITM Kyle Wrestling, signing off.